This is Global Matters. On this program, we'll bring you global issues who shape the world, issues of international and global agenda. The world has become more connected than ever before. Every continent, color, race, language, and religion, even government, move towards common goals. We now live in a global village. Here on this program, we'll bring you global issues to shape our world.
Government can do a lot with tax revenues collected for health and education.
The role of the European Union is to accompany a partner, that is Nigeria, in offering our lessons learned to see whether together we can improve that situation.
The emphasis on education, on vocational training, on the development of entrepreneurship is absolutely critical to its democracy.
The Nigerian government, we would ask them to follow up the investigations that we have had, the evidence that we have gathered, and ultimately we made a number of recommendations.
As we travel the world, we explore these issues of international and diplomatic relevance. Indeed, the global agenda that determine our national and common interests. With me, Tunde Alabi, live on the IT. Thank you for being there. We apologize for the minor technical glitch we had earlier on. As I said, this is Global Issues, and this program will bring to you global issues, global matters, and will bring to you global issues shape the world, issues of international and global agenda that determine our national and common interest, especially our interest in Africa and indeed Nigeria. My name is Tunde Alabi. Thank God it's another Friday. And on the program today, we'll be taking a look at issues of interest, especially we'll be looking at issues around the Nigerians in the diaspora and how they can facilitate national integration through coordinated and collaborative efforts. Reports confirm that remittances to low and middle income countries have risen to about $150 billion, and that's what they were in 2019. And this was far above foreign direct investment and official development aid, while the share for sub-Saharan Africa was about $48 billion. This is contained in a report compiled by the Brookings Institute titled Foresight Africa 2021. However, the report projected a steady decline in remittance flow to sub-Saharan Africa from 8.8% in 2020 to 5.5% in 2021. And this is due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Countries like Nigeria, Somalia, South Sudan, Lesotho, the Gambia are highly dependent on remittances as a source of income and sometimes external financing. Recognizing the contribution of diaspora to their GDP, the Nigerian government set aside July 25th annually as a National Diaspora Day. International migration from Africa to Europe and the United States has reportedly been on the rise since 2010, with many either fleeing conflict seeking asylum or migrating to seek better job opportunities abroad. However, the resultant effect for us in Africa is the huge economic returns to our country and to the continent. Over 15 million Nigerians send, for instance, remit over $25 billion annually, and this massive inflow has led to demands by Nigerians in the Diaspora Organization in 2017 demanding an inclusion into the electoral system that enables them to vote during elections in Nigeria. Although this move is still being debated, the mistreatment of migrants as well as inadequate facilities to cater for them by foreign nations is also a matter of concern. Some have lost their lives under very gruesome circumstances, while many have either been jailed for crimes, shabbily tried, or handed life imprisonment. It is in the light of these that we shall focus our attention on the program today to the theme of this year's celebration of the National Diaspora Day, which is integration for national peace and development. It's going to be a week-long event centered around the contribution of Nigerians in the diaspora, and we should evaluate how they have been able to leverage on their strength and power to put for policies of common interest. What are the major challenges Nigerians in diaspora face, especially in engaging both the Nigerian government at home and Nigeria High Commissions abroad? What can Nigeria do to better encourage and improve remittance inflow to the country in the face of scarce foreign currencies. Joining us today to look at these issues is Dr. Sule Bassi. Dr. Sule Bassi is the Executive Secretary of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. NIDCOM is joining us live and he's seated in the studio. Also joining us is Dr. Awofolaju Akin. Dr. Awofolaju Akin is a former president of the Nigerians in Diaspora Organisation, New Jersey, and ambassador of peace at the United Nations. He is the president and CEO of American Strategy Incorporated, United States of America. He's joining us live from New Jersey. And when we come back from this break, we shall quickly go into the discussion of the day, taking a look at the diaspora and how the Nigerian government can harness and integrate them into national development. Don't go away, and we shall engage in the discussion when we come back.
Are you all my personal dreams?
All right, thank you for taking the time to join us on the program. I still have in the studio with me Dr. Bassi. So Bassi is the secretary to the commission, that's the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM. I'm also joined by Dr. Awofolaju. Dr. Awofolaju Akin. He is of the Diaspora think tank. He's based in New Jersey and also joining us live from New Jersey. Let me start with Dr. Bassi. Dr. Bassi, thank you for your time. Tell us, as Nigerians look to ensuring that Nigerians in the diaspora get the best benefit and care from the Nigerian government, there has been complaints about neglect and lack of care for Nigerians, especially Nigerians abroad when they are faced with issues. What are the rules of NIDCOM in ensuring that Nigerians in the diaspora are well taken care of?
Thank you very much. As you are aware, NIDCOM was set up by the federal government through an act of parliament with the Establishment Act passed by Parliament in 2017 and assented to by the President of the Federal Republic. NIDCOM is set up with the singular mandate to harness the over 17 million Nigerians that are in the diaspora as of today. In all continents of the world you go, you find Nigerians. There are the modern diaspora, those who we classify went by aeroplane. There are also the historic African diaspora, HADs, those who went by boat. And those who went by boat, there is a DNA process that has been developed where many of them, there are 3, 4 generations, some even 5th generations in the Caribbean, in North America, in South America, in Europe, in North Africa. Some of them are tracing their roots back through DNA, back to several states in Nigeria. NIDCOM is set up specifically to harness this diaspora population to contribute towards the development of Nigeria, be it in the political field, be it in the socio-cultural field, be it in the economic field. Our population of 200 million with almost 17 million in the diaspora is quite a large population. And our diaspora population have resources, they have skills, they have talents, and they have global exposure. 4 things that we can use as a catalyst.
So is that the definition?
Nigeria.
How to harness means to bring back to Nigeria the resources deposited in the diaspora from Nigerians in the diaspora. Is that what you mean by harness?
Thank you very much. It's much more than that. You know, today the world is a globalized world. So you can be in America and run businesses here in Nigeria. You know, what brought about the diaspora phenomena are twofold factors. There are the push factors, factors that pushed our people out
and there's
there.
The pull factor.
And there are the pull factors, factors globally that pulls our people out there. And the resultant effect is what we call the brain drain, which if you do not synergize and find strategies, it will be a negative.
So my concern is if NIDCOM is specifically set up to explore and exploit, back with your definition of harness, the resources, the potentials of the Nigerian diaspora.
And turn it into a brain gain.
And turn it into a brain gain. How do you think those who have labored, who have struggled through thick and thin, who have suffered police harassment, who have suffered probably almost deportation, who have suffered neglect from their home country, from family members, who spent close to 15, 30 years building themselves abroad, will just one day wake up and turn all that to Nigeria in the name of NIDCOM when they get into trouble, nobody comes to their aid. How easy will NIDCOM? So is it not part of NIDCOM responsibility, not just to harness, to ensure you also look after the welfare of Nigerians?
Thank you very much. They are part and parcel of the Nigerian population.
Absolutely.
Nigeria does not have a policy to neglect its citizens out there. Rather, we have a policy to look after our citizens wherever they are. Whatever issues there are, whatever challenges they have, some of what you have said, we have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we have NIDCOM, we are there to respond to it. But while we do that, home is home for these Nigerians. The filial attraction is there. Even if whatever caused them to be out there is in the negative, home is still home. And we've met with Nigerians who, despite whatever reasons made them to be there, are still attached to home. This is where they belong. This is where many will want to retire and come back now that they have made it, now that they have seen global exposure, now that they have acquired resources. Many on a daily basis and on a...
But before they make it, before they acquire global resources, they've gone through a lot. Where does NIDCOM come in helping them stabilize, fight, ward off some issues they face abroad?
Thank you very much. There are, like I said, we have embassies in 110 countries. NIDCOM is part and parcel of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, as you are aware. And definitely, wherever a Nigerian is in any trouble and contacts NIDCOM, NIDCOM comes on board, relates with the relevant department, either in the ministry or in our missions, in the nearest country where this Nigerian is, and tries to make sure that whatever the problem is, it is alleviated and solved.
All right. All right.
In some, it is done instanta. In others, because it involves diplomatic engagements, it takes some time. But definitely, the policy is that anywhere any Nigerian is, whatever the issues are,
somebody must intervene, either the foreign ministry
or our mission, that is nearest
Nigerian mission abroad,
is there set up to look into.
All right, let's talk to Dr. Awofolaju Akin. Dr. Awofolaju, a former president of the Nigerian Diaspora Organisation in New Jersey, an ambassador of peace at the United Nations, president of CEO, president of CEO Ameris Strategy Incorporated USA, a financial strategist. Doctor, I mean, going by what Dr. Bassi has said, how relevant do you think NIDCOM has become in helping Nigerians abroad stabilize before they start harnessing, either ensuring that foreign missions abroad wake up to their responsibilities in looking after Nigerians in their care abroad, before NIDCOM stands and say, look, we want to harness the resources of those who have made it abroad? Dr. Akin. Unmute yourself, sir. Unmute yourself, sir. I'm still not able to hear you. I can't hear you. All right. While Dr. Awofolaju is trying to reset his system there.
Can you hear me?
Right,
yes,
good. Welcome back. You're welcome. Yeah, we can hear you now, Dr. Awofolaju. Go on.
Okay. All right. I just want to say the audio is not being consistent. I've been trying to hear what you guys are saying, but I cannot. And it's not from my side, but I got a little brief of what you just said. I want to thank Dr. Bassi. I don't know if you recall 2011 when we came home for Diaspora Conference.
Yes.
Many other conferences we had, we met. Just a quick correction. I'm a former president of Nigeria in Diaspora.
Yes.
New Jersey.
Yes.
So just to get to your question, we have gone a long way in terms of interaction with the Nigerian government. If you recall, in 1999 was the first step that was taken to harness the importance of Nigerian diaspora when President came to Atlanta, and we inaugurated the first inception of NIDCOM. Ever since we've been engaged with the government, we've been trying to do many things involved with the to build the capacity within the system. The Nigerian government has gone so far to the point that we now have a commission we can work with, and that has been going very, very well, no doubt, with the help of the Honorable Abike Dabiri. You know, he has been so much in front of this idea from inception, and we're very grateful for what they've been doing so far. But you know, there's still a lot to be done. You know, when you look at other countries like Israel, like India, or even South Africa, the involvement of their diaspora is more enormous. We must not and never underestimate the amazing power of human imagination. The ability to envision a dramatic, positive, and dynamic future is, you cannot overemphasize this. Every great city, every monument, every historic feat today, as they stand from all over the world to see, was once a pure thought, pure imagination acted upon and brought in reality. Diaspora idea is a conception. It's something that we really want to do something. But when you look at so many factors, hindrances that set us aback with other nations, you know, you'll be wondering. And we are in a emotive stage now as a diaspora. It's well, a lot of us that has done so well in our country of our abode, you know, and we always think of how can we give back? The remittance is not enough. It's not even one of the biggest idea we have. We want to be involved with the development. I could recall in 2010, some of us were called upon, about 45 of us. We put together the amendment to 1999 Constitution. And we sat for roughly 45 days in abroad, well-selected individuals across the nation from different ethnic settings, basically professionals. And we put forward this constitutional amendment. Senator Ekremadu was the chairman of that committee. We proposed 60 10-point agenda, and none of them was implemented. So I'm not saying this to say that, it's good or bad, but it's just when we are talking about Nigerian good, bad, and ugly, we need to mention the area where things are working well and the area where things are not working well.
Dr. Awofolaju, because of my time,
the remittance,
Dr. Awofolaju,
over 25 billion yearly, annually.
Dr.
But the problem we face today in Nigeria is not limited to just economic impact that we get from diaspora, but how do we harness the enabling environment for our people to feel free? Not even just coming to look for, nobody is interested in working with the government anymore. They want an enabling environment where we can come and thrive. Some of us are in retirement age. You want to go back to your country after you have served very well abroad, but you don't see that possible. And even the most very painful aspect of today's diaspora, some of our children, they graduated from Ivy League, they are doing well, they have a good job. You always want them to come and help the country, but there's no room for them. Let's be clear. It's like nobody wants them. Some of us, when we travel in late 70s, early 80s, we went on Nigerian federal government scholarship, and we always want to come back and do something, but it's very difficult. The fear of unknown of our fellow countrymen back home, the fear that, oh, these people are coming to grab what they have, it is becoming overwhelming. And we have seen how many diaspora in India, they have really developed their country.
All right, Dr. Awofolaju, thank you. Because of my time, I'm sorry, sir, I have to. Dr. Awofolaju.
Just selected, I wrote an idea about diaspora bond. It emanated from me. You can go into this. I wrote it, and I met with Finance Minister then, Ngozi Wheeler, and we kind of helped them through how Nigerian can actually give back in a real term. And it was like, oh, Nigerians are not patriotic, it's not going to happen. But we put together that diaspora bond, and we were able to, actually our idea was 100 million that we're trying to raise. Dr.
Awofolaju, I'm sorry, I may have to, but because of my time, Dr. Awofolaju, I'm sorry, sir, because of my time, I'm really running out of time. I think I may have to bring you back very soon to discuss some of these issues that you're about to get to, but I've got very limited time today. But I promise I'll bring you back, and we'll take a deep look at some of the issues you are raising. But Dr. Bassey, quickly, because of our time, the Diaspora Week is coming in. Is this part of the strategy to harness the potentials of Nigeria and integrate them into the system?
Thank you very much.
In 1 minute, sir.
Yes, the National Diaspora Day was set up specifically to do that.
Okay.
It's a forum where we bring our diaspora with the relevant MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies of government to interact and network and plan and see how we can harness the positivities that he has just mentioned.
This is not the first. This is about the second or even the fourth one you've been doing. But people who have been coming have said, look, they've not seen anything, any positive outcome from these annual
There has been a lot of positive outcomes, especially in the States.
Wow, okay.
In education, we've had a lot of diaspora people. Some have come and established schools.
Good.
Some have come and are teaching in some of our universities. Some have come and established farms, poultry, fisheries.
With support from government, NIDCOM?
No, with support from government and some of their resources. As of today, let me tell you that 33 states and the Federal Capital Territory have state diaspora focal point officers that whenever a diasporan comes with whatever suggestion in terms of programs or projects, we link them with, so that in some of the states, they have even started creating enabling environment for the diaspora. Let me give you an example. In Kano State, the Kano State government...
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dr. Bassey, I've really run out of time. Yes. Maybe after the National Diaspora Day, we may have to come back to review
Thank you very much. But there are quite a lot of inputs of the diaspora directly outside the remittances into the economy of Nigeria.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. I want to sincerely thank you, Dr. Bassi, Secretary to the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, led by Dr. Abike Dabri. Thank you for taking your time to join us. And of course, Dr. Awofolaju Akin, I promise I'm going to have to bring you back very soon to look at some of the issues you were about to get into. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us on the program. I do hope you can hear me there. Thank you for your time today, sir. It's been a pleasure having you on the program. And to my viewers, thank you for taking the time to join us, and Nigerians coming in from everywhere around the world for the National Diaspora Day. We wish you a safe trip into the country, and please do keep safe wherever you may be lodging. Thank you. My name is Tunde Alabi. My sincere appreciation to the crew that have made today's program very possible. Enjoy your weekend and stay out of trouble. Bye.